Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Kate and I am just starting my perfume making journey. Yesterday I got a big order from the Perfumer's Apprentice and a few things from Eden Botanicals, and when I was making my decisions I found it a little bit difficult, so I thought I would just share some reviews and my genuine first impressions in case it might help someone make their own decision or if you're just interested. So let's do it, come along. This is batch number 2 where I will be smelling the second, roughly half or so of the things I got. If you missed the first video, I'm gonna put a link. So yeah, check that out. In that video I smelled mainly woody things and spicy. This time I'm gonna smell some what I'm calling the for lack of a better word, synthetic bases, as well as some florals and citruses and some herbs, I guess. So let's get started. Okay, so first I have just like the last video, I've sorted these into categories. And I have them all before me. As you can see, they're looking so beautiful in the daylight. I really love all the colors. But yeah, I'm gonna get started with the synthetic bases. And I gotta say, I think this category was the most difficult for me to select online. As I said, I'm no perfume making expert yet. And a lot of these things are in popular perfumes, any perfumes on the market. So I knew that they were important, and I could guess perhaps the effect they had on a fragrance, but I've never smelled them plain, so I think this actually might be the most interesting section. For now, I am excited to see how these work and how they smell on their own. And I know that it's going to be different when they're mixed, but for now, without further ado, let's get into it. First, I'm going to smell Cashmeran, and it says here IFF. Oh, wow. So I also learned from my last video not to smell everyone so intensely, so I'm just gonna get a whiff. So on first impression, it was definitely familiar smelling. Again, like, I'm getting that sort of Santal 33 vibe. I know I said that yesterday for the Ebonol, but this one is that sort of like, it's slightly sweet, like slightly fresh. I mean, I see why these things are hard to describe, because it's a familiar smell, but it's difficult to put into words. Perhaps slightly spicy, sweet, but not very strong. It is more. I suddenly have glitter all over my hands. Where did that come from? Yeah, I've heard people say this is skin-like. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a sort of musky thing, so it would cling to the skin, but yeah, no, if you're on the fence, I would say get Cashmeran. It was really nice. Anyway, moving on. Next we have Ambroxan 10% DPG. This as well. Yeah, these things, they smell familiar, you know? Like I have smelled this a lot of times before. This is more fresh and like breezy, slightly aquatic smelling, slightly like shower jelly, slightly yeah, definitely this was fresher. This is more Cashmere and more like candle sweet, like a nice candle, and this one is like a very nice, the base of a nice shower gel or something. So yeah, cool. Next we have I think out of everything I only got 2 pre-mixed bases. Yesterday I tried the Dreamwood, and today I have here the Cassis 345B from Firmenich, which I think is pretty popular. And I love the, is it Cassis or Cassis? Anyway, I love that note. It's like the dark berry, right? So let's see. Wow. So yeah, wow. It's very it's kind of sharp, a little bit sour. It has that bitter tinge to it that what fruit is it? Like like blackberry vines. The vine, the stem of like the twigginess of a blackberry bush or maybe raspberry. But yeah, that is very nice. It's funny. I guess it's a base because it lasts, but definitely smells more in the upper registers. It's not deep and rich at all. It's more fresh. Very nice. Okay, next we have Aldehyde C18, which they say is the coconut smelling aldehyde. I think I read, is this one of those ones that's not actually an aldehyde? Anyway, I'm making something that's gonna have sort of tropical vibe, so coconut is one of those things. If you know anything about making perfumes, you probably know that not everything does have an essential oil, and a lot of smells, even if it does have an essential oil, or something like that, a lot of smells are recreated through these scent molecules. Coconut is one of those things that, from everything that I have read and searched up, it is most often constructed. And this might be one of the tools that might help me get that coconut smell. So let's see here. Yeah. So, you know, when I was picking all these things out, I was really wondering, like, how can all these things come together to create a coconut? I was anticipating that maybe this would smell only like part of a coconut. Like I would have to mix it with other things to get the full coconut smell. Perhaps that's true, but on first smell, this really does smell very coconutty, like creamy, milky, slightly sweet, but not too milky. It was still pretty fresh, coconut smell. And I think if coconut is not the main note, I think this would really do the trick. And we'll see, but in my perfume that I'm trying to make, coconut, it's just meant to be sort of a like touch at the background. So I think this might just do it for me, and I might not need a ton of other coconut things. I did see that Eden Botanicals has a, I believe they call it coconut pulp, and I did almost get that. I can't really remember why I didn't, but I'm quite happy with this Aldehyde C18, and I think it wasn't overpowering at all, and the more I smelled it, it did sort of like start to smooth out, but on the first whiff I definitely got the coconut, so I think this will be great. Here we have Ethyl vanillin, and this I have in a powder. All the other ones I have in a liquid form, except yesterday I did have the benzoin cyan in resinous state. But yeah, this is in powder, and I think, you know, I think I've been smelling this even through the container. I gave this a little smell yesterday. And here I'll show you the powder. It looks like this. Can you see it? This stuff is good. It's less vanilla pod or very natural, rich vanilla extract smell, and more of a sort of vanilla protein powder, vanilla flavoring. smell, which honestly, with all the ingredients, with all the raw materials that I have already, I'm kind of happy about that. I think I have a lot of really rich, luxurious things, and this will be a great way to balance it out with some sweetness. It's quite sweet. So yeah, if you're also looking for something that's not so intensely vanilla, I don't get really that like vanilla booziness in here. This is great. Sweet vanilla. Okay, now we have the very famous ISO E Super. This is another one, it's in everything, in a lot of things, so let me tell you how it smells just on its own. Oh man. Honestly, that's really hard. It doesn't really smell like a whole lot. In the way that a melon is fruity, fresh, like that like watery, cool fruitiness. Slightly grapey for some reason. That's what I'm getting, like slightly grape candy. But it's light. Yeah, I think this really would be something that come out more in a mix because it's really not smelling like a whole lot right now. If I had to say, I'd say ever so slightly fresh fruity, but not tropical. Like watery fruity maybe. Okay, so this now we have Allyl Amyl Glycolate. I think that's how you say it. This I got to go with my coconut. I've heard that this is the pineapple smell. So let's see if that's true. Whoa. Yeah, I think it's concentrated right now. As I smell it in the air, I do get more of a pineapple-y smell, but yeah, up front it's like fruit leather. Like I get that like leathery feel. Yeah, in the air I do get more of a pineapple, but I think that's a little bit strong right out of the bottle. It feels more like dried pineapple. Like if you baked pineapple into a cake. That's the sort of feel I get. Okay, moving on, we have Hedione. It's along with ISO E Super. It's a big one. So here we go. It doesn't, again, smell like a whole lot. The whiff of smell I think I'm getting is a quite nice, like honeysuckle, like a dewy flower. I think that's what I'm getting. It does feel like more of a feeling than a smell. But that's what it gave me, a little bit dewy flower feeling. Next we have the, oh, perfect segue actually. We have the floral category, which to my surprise is actually looking pretty small. I only have 4, which it's surprising me because I do actually really like florals. But anyway, okay, so one more synthetic I have here is Floralozone, and I heard that this was good for lightening things, making it a little more airy, with giving it a general floral feel. So I wonder how it's different from the Hedione. Ooh, this one cuts through quite a bit more. It's a lot more intense on sniff from the bottle than the Hedione. It's more of that like when you smell flower really close, like maybe what is it, the peace tiger lilies, it's kind of like that pollen smell, fresh but like dusty. That's my initial impression, which could change. Actually, I have another, this is another synthetic. It's called Florhydral. Let's see. I honestly forget what this one was meant to do. This one is more greener, I guess. Leafy, like a tulip leaf, one of those thick flower leaves. Interesting. Okay, moving on. We have Ylang Ylang. Ylang Ylang, how do you all say that? This is the complete. Oh, man. That's strong, but in the best way. That is really nice. It's the intoxicating flower you smell from far away and you have to go find it. One of my favorite flowers is tiger lily, and it has that honey sweet, dewy fresh, but honey rich flower yellow, you can see it yellow, flower smell. This one's similar to that. You know, I'm not sure if I've ever actually encountered this flower in real life, but it's giving me that same delicious, warm, enticing flower smell. I really like it. I'm happy about that one. Next we have, from Eden Botanicals, Jasmine Absolute, Egypt 10%. On Eden Botanicals, they had a number of jasmines to choose from, and I just have a small bit here because jasmine can get a bit expensive. Maybe that's why I didn't get many flowers, essential oils, because they can get pricey. But here I have a little bit of jasmine. I specifically chose this one because I was looking for a jasmine that didn't have that pea smell to it. I'm hoping that this one doesn't. These were hard to open yesterday, so I'm gonna get a paper towel. But you know, on first impression, it looks just like the color of pea, doesn't it? But let's give it a try. I really did. I really do like jasmine. And I never thought it smelled like pea until I heard that some people thought it did, and then I picked something up and smelled it, and from then on, like, once you know, you know. I'm sorry if I had to break it to you, but hopefully this one doesn't have that facet to it. Okay. Yeah, so I don't get pea, which is great. Sorry, I got a little on my hand. Well, you know, if I'm looking for it, you know, I could find the pea if I was trying, but overall, I think it's really nice. Really nice jasmine. Obviously, it smells fresh because it's the Absolute. It's really nice. You can see I got a tiny bit on my finger and I keep coming back to smell it. It's really intriguing. Yeah, taking me back. I used to have a potted jasmine plant, and one time it bloomed and I picked off all the flowers and I put it in a little jar. And for years after that, they all dried up, and I would just like pick up the jar and smell it, and it has that that smell, but fresher, but that like combined smell. It's really nice. Jasmine is one of those notes that I think is very commonly recreated with synthetics, but I have some like strong personal memories with jasmine. I can't quite pinpoint why, but it feels important to me. I felt like if I wanted to put it in, I really wanted to honor as much of the natural enticingness, the seductiveness, shall I say, of the real thing that I know. So yeah, I saw this, I thought I'd get a little, I think it's pretty strong, so I could just maybe put in a touch, and it might last me. So yeah, I'm, you know, that Ylang and Jasmine, I'm really taken with those two. I think they're really special, speaking to me a lot. That concludes the floral section. Now we're gonna move on to the citruses. I really like citruses, and so I got a few. The first thing is the Petitgrain, and this one is from Paraguay. I have the whole orange trio here. I have the Petitgrain, I have the Bergamot essential oil, and I have the bitter orange. You know, that's what I wanted, neroli, and for the floral section, but it was quite pricey. I thought I'd give these a try at first, to decide if I need that alongside the other florals I have. So I think back to this Petitgrain. I think this is the distilled from like the twigs of an orange tree and branches, things. So ooh. Okay, not my favorite smell. Really, this is yeah. Mixed, I guess, could be good, but right out of the bottle, what was it yesterday I smelled? It's giving the ladybug. Yeah, it's giving the ladybug smell. Ew, like, I guess that's what, sometimes I think that's the greenness. It's like sharp. I really don't know how else to describe it other than it's giving ladybug. But I'm not gonna give up on this yet. Time will tell on this one. Okay, moving on to, we have orange bitter orange. This one is from Italy. This is nice. Oh yeah, this smells straight up clementine. Those little mini clementines, what are they, cuties? Just like you're peeling into that. Really nice, sweet, refreshing, sweet. Yeah, it's really good, just like the clementines. Okay, now we have Bergamot essential oil. This is from Calabria, Italy. And it says BF online. Yeah, this, you know, yeah, bergamot is the thing in Earl Grey. This smells just like that. Straight up smells Earl Grey. It's so funny. The bitter orange is a lot sweeter than this one. This is the Earl Grey herbal. This one, as I said, it's quite sweet. I'm really not getting bitterness. I mean, also, yeah, you can see, again, I thought this was a colored bottle. This is just the color of the bergamot, and this is the bitter orange, so even in color, it's quite a bit lighter. Yeah, I'm happy about those two. Would I get both if I had smelled them first? Yes, because I think they are quite a bit different. Would I have gotten the Petitgrain? Maybe not, but I'm happy to have it, and we'll see how I can use it. Okay, last category here, I have the herbal things. So first I have lavender, and there were a lot of lavender options. I put this with herbal because to me lavender is more herbal than floral. The lavender I chose is the Diva lavender from France, and there's something special about it, but I forget now, so I'm just gonna tell you how I think it smells. Oh, so it has like a little bit more of woodiness, like you're like sawing into wood. Lavender normally has that like up top smell that's the same sort of smell that like rosemary has. That's that I don't know what to call it, that like, you know, like herbal top smell. This one has such more of a like bottom smell, base type richness to it that I don't think I've ever smelled with lavender. I can get that the herbalness that's typical of lavender, but ooh yeah, like the middle is quite a bit different. Like it's almost not fire smoke, but smoky, like slightly like waxy in that like it's the middle and bottom is quite a bit stronger. It's definitely giving more of like dried lavender. Like if you've seen those like little pillows that are filled with lavender, I guess, yeah, maybe like that mixed with the like warm fabric. That is really interesting. So I guess it would be worth exploring the different varieties of lavender and the qualities of each one. Because yeah, this Diva lavender, it's obviously still lavender, but that's really different from other lavenders I've smelled, at least. So I'm excited about this. I have Peppermint from India, essential oil. I mean, yeah. It's peppermint. It smells, it's not the like eye-watering, is that spearmint? It's not like mega strong mint. It's sweeter, like those lifesaver hard white mints, kind of sweet. Luckily I'm not getting the toothpastiness I feared. Yeah, I like it. I'm so excited to use this. Fresh, refreshing, awakening. It's actually really nice to smell this after everything else, but I gotta say, this batch is a lot easier to smell in succession than last time. I was really feeling it after smelling all those heavy things all at once. But yeah, the peppermint from India, very nice. And that's everything I ordered in my big batch. I have one more thing. I've just had this for a while now. I think I got it from the grocery store. It's eucalyptus essential oil from Cassia. Sometimes I put this in my humidifier. But you know, I thought I would put it in with these things. Eucalyptus, it smells like cough drops. This is a nice one. I like it. It's definitely herbal. So we'll see whether or not I put it into any perfume, but that's it. That's everything I got. Yeah, man, I mean, there's been some surprises. I'm happy with so much of what I got. I think, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed these reviews. I hope it was helpful in some way, and I hope you continue to follow along with my perfume journey. I'm really excited to continue to get to know these raw materials. But yeah, that was so much fun. Thanks for sharing that with me, and I will see you next time.